Right, hi, I'm Sean, I'm from MK Sports Cars, and I'm going to talk you through your Dax Rush, just so you get an indication of how to start the car, what some of the features are on it to help you explain, because you're a little bit further away. So, to lift the bonnet off, let's start with that process. You've got two clips here, one on either side, and to take it off, it is in a one-piece bonnet. So you hand in here, lift and pull it forward, and then it will come off in one piece, and then you can move it out the way. Storing it is pretty simple, just down, right? So that gives you full access to everything that's under here. Now, to start the vehicle, we do have a battery isolator. You turn that on, that will power everything up. It's good to turn that off when the vehicle is in storage, saves draining the battery. Then inside here, you've got your conventional way to start the vehicle, which is ignition on. This powers up, you can see, and you'll hear the fuel pump prime. Now, to start it, we've got a big button here, engine start. Vehicle is started up. Always check you're in neutral. There's a little green light there that tells you in neutral. Now I'm just going to turn it off to show you how that works. So it's a bit quieter. So ignition back on, green light is on. Now to change gear, first is up, and then it's second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, and then down the gearbox to go into finding zero on here and then neutral. There we go, into neutral and zero on this indicator. When you're driving along, this sometimes takes a second or two to catch up, but it gives you your nice big instrument display of what gear number you're in. So very, very simple from there. Starting the vehicle in, you can put the clutch in, I tend to, but. And then to engage first gear, you'll hear a clunk, and I won't pull forward, but you hear a clunk. And that's first gear, and then you'll pull away accordingly, and into neutral is just clicking the two together. First gear, click the two together. It's like a half click. So if you go too far, half click it back, and there you go, into neutral. And you can turn the vehicle off. Now to engage reverse, this has a mechanical reverse, just here. To pull that, literally have a lever, you will pull it halfway, engage first gear, and clunk again. And now, the vehicle will go into reverse. Reverse lights should be on, we will check that. Reverse lights are on, and then reverse lights should be off. So again, neutral, I'll show you again. Clutch in, into first, back twice, you feel it click, and then it's in reverse, and then you can do it. You can actually do all 6 gears, but mainly first gear for reverse. And then we'll push that out again, push it forward, and we'll find neutral, and we're in. Now, pretty much everything else is conventional. Hazards, lights are down here for all of those. Side lights and dip beam are these two. Side lights, dip beam, and then we have a fog light. High beam is like a conventional car, high beam, and indicators left and right. Horn is there. So lights off, everything's there, and you got the flash as a pull forward. Very, very simple. Horn doesn't work there, it works here. So handbrake, all efficient, and your warning light as well. We'll turn that off a second. Once it's off, you take the key out. It does have a steering lock on this vehicle as well. You put the key in, like a conventional car, turn it on, steering lock comes off, everything lights up. Now, I will talk about some of the other things that you need to assess. Tyre pressures. As it's such a low weight vehicle, we recommend around 20 PSI, so that's 20 PSI, which seems low, but that's where we normally efficiently work with them. Anyway, if it's a hotter climate, we'll probably start at 16 PSI. We aim for 20 PSI where the tyre is hot. Secondly thing, coolant is here, making sure you've got at least half of the tank in there. Brake fluid reservoir, again making sure that this is full. And then the final thing is your engine oil. Now, motorbike engines don't have a dipstick on them generally, so there's a sight glass just here, down there. Right where my finger is, there's a fuel filter there, just by that. What you need to have is a little mirror on a stick, shine it down there. We test it with the vehicle running. The sight glass has to be halfway full or above when the vehicle is on idle. If it's not at that level, make sure you top it up. So test it when the engine is running, on idle, pick the RPM up to say 2000 RPM, which you can do here, and you can have a mirror and you can shine it down there and check that halfway up the sight glass. There's two little marks there and you want to be just halfway between it at around 2000 RPM. So one little final thing on this vehicle is where you fill it up with fuel. It's not in the conventional place at the back of the vehicle. It's pretty obvious, but not to everybody. The Dax actually has a fuel tank in the centre. So just in there, and you can fill it up from there. And then on the instrument panel here is your fuel gauge, which is down there, showing very minimal fuel at the moment, which it needs to be for transportation. And there he is. That's your Dax Rush. If you have any questions here, you're welcome to fire an email or phone call in, and we're happy to assist you. But